just a quick little update on the things I've done to the 72 Chevy. I changed all my spark plugs because the old ones probably hasn't been changed in probably 10 years plus, and it was pretty hard doing that because the second one that I tried to take off just snapped, and I actually broke 3 of them. So we got an easy out, and the first one came out. The second one, we couldn't get the easy out to grip, so we welded a little bolt on there, and we just screwed it out with the bolt on there. The second one on this side, we tried to do the same thing with the bolt, but we couldn't get in there to weld it, and it didn't go very good. But there were little pieces of weld around the edge of the spark plug, that the part that broke off, that actually made the easy out grip really good, so we got that one out. So now it's got all new spark plugs. The next thing to do is put new wires on it, and probably a new rotor. Other things, I painted this side here, this quarter panel, because I had to sand a little more because I messed up. It's hard to explain, but I got somehow the primer started to crack and bubble really bad, so I had to sand it and wait for it to completely dry. And don't bother asking me about that. I was just screwing around with my friends, seeing what it would look like, because I had these 2 tires, big 40-inch mud tires. The door, this side, I had this door off so I could weld in the bottom or the floor easier, and now when I put it back on, it didn't quite line up. I need to get some washers or some shims for the hinges because it doesn't shut too good. You can see the body line is pretty tight there. And then on this side, it's got a big gap. It's because when I welded my floor in, the cab mount actually rusted out on this side towards the front, and I never did anything about it, so now my whole cab is sinking down. If you look on the back here, you can see that's almost flush with the box, and that side is a lot higher, but it was a lot worse. This body line was a lot lower than that, and it would be pretty much flush if that big tire wasn't on there. But I took the old cab mount support bracket that comes off the frame, and I welded a piece of angle iron straight up and down so it would keep it from bending down. And then I did another one, and then I put a 2x4, kind of shoved a 2x4 underneath there to keep it level. And I think I still have to do some stuff to it so it is perfectly level. What I did back here was I completely wet sanded this whole box side from here back. I still have to put way more Bondo in here because you can see all those low spots. And I have to Bondo my door and fix that. I still have to finish my windshield up here. You can see I just painted it. I need to fill in there, figure out what I'm going to do down here and in there. I have to do the inside right in there. Just try and bend some metal and get her welded in and Bondo it. And I have to bolt my seat down, bolt the box down, get that wood in there with the truck bed liner, some exhaust. And actually another thing that I have to do is wiring, because my headlights would work, just the high beams wouldn't work. So I have to figure that out. It might be my dimmer switch went bad. It's the kind that's on the floor that you push with your foot. And I cut the wires to that's going up through my steering column for the blinker and flashers and other stuff like that. So I don't know why, because I didn't realize there was a connector that was actually pretty hidden. And I'm really mad at myself for doing that, but as long as I strip all the wires and get some good heat shrinking connectors on there, I think it should be good. And I also have to hook up my backing lights and my tail lights up to the back. I just have to get a little connector on back there. And that should pretty much do it. This thing should be street legal and able to drive. So like I said, that should be the stuff that I'm doing in the next few videos. There's not much left. I still want to clean up and paint my frame a little bit more, but again, that's one of the last things. There's a lot of little things that I want to do after I get this thing street legal. So I guess I'll see you in the next video.